Good morning, Sharon Weller here from Perth, Australia. How are you? This morning, while we're still in our celebration broadcast, I'm going to talk about TBC and financial freedom, or financial freedom and TBC, my overview on both, and what does it mean for me. I'll start with the financial freedom, what I think financial freedom first is. Now, what does financial freedom mean to me, to you as a person, whether it's team building, self-promotion, but in financial freedom, really, it is about you, or in some cases, about me. What I see as self-promotion. Now, there is many ways of looking at financial freedom. There are those that have been in the multi-level marketing business for a very long time out there, which really promotes self-promotion. That is all about building yourself up financially. Now, how you do that, there are guidelines within every corporate business, but it's all about rising in the higher the status, the more wealth you make within the corporate world. Now, that could be perceived as greed, but if you were to ask a lot of high income earners out there, or wealthy millionaires, even billionaires don't disclose how they became billionaires. Millionaires, well, you can watch their life on the internet. So financial freedom, if you're going to, grow your financial status through that way, to me, that is really comes down to self-promotion. But like I said, there are many ways of building yourself up, and there are guidelines within that industry. Now, when I Googled, what does financial freedom mean? Because there is many different versions to the answer. At the end of what I found was, how long is a piece of string? Because that's how long it takes to answer that question. What does financial freedom mean to you? So in saying that, in the corporate world, financial freedom is about self-promotion and building yourself up. This is my overview on it. You can Google it. You can even talk to your friends that have built themselves up financially. It is through sheer hard work on their behalf. And sometimes it's being away from your family, but for long periods of time. But like I said, it's all about building your wealth up. It's not about abundance of any kind. It's not about sharing the love of any kind. It's not even about sharing the knowledge. And that in itself, to me, is self-promotion. So you can, a lot of people live in that world simply because they have created, well, really, they have built, created, and they're trying to maintain a certain lifestyle. So when somebody has risen from the poverty line to the billionaire status, now I don't think that actually happens. They might go from the poverty line to the millionaire status, but they create a certain lifestyle that they will not and simply could not go back to. So it can become, self-centered. The person becomes self-centered. It can be defining as all about me. So financial freedom in that sense can possibly borderline on greed. Now, financial freedom and TBC, two different worlds, absolutely two different worlds. TBC, it's all about sharing the abundance of TBC, the billion coin. What do I mean by that? You're offered the gift of the free Kringles. When you look at it and you turn that into dollar terms, possibly nobody has ever given you a gift like that. Behind the gift, there's a bigger meaning. What does that mean? It means that, like me, I cannot keep that gift to myself. I was given this gift to share. I want to share it. I've got enough love in myself to share it. And what did I do? I shared it straight away. Who did I share that free gift to first? All of my family and friends. Of course you're going to do that. And so rightly so. Because you were in the same boat as your family and friends. It all comes down to your finances. So you're sharing this gift. Okay, you have family and friends that are going to sit on it. They're going to let it grow. They're not sharing the gift as they had received it. So in a sense, they go into the greed basket because that's self-promotion. Okay, so what do? You keep sharing the gift. You're searching and searching for like-minded people, just like me, just like you. What are you doing? You're building. What are you building? You're building a community. You're changing the economy. What do I mean about that? It means they're not dependent on the system. They're not dependent on the banks, the ATM machines, the banks. They're not dependent on the government departments. They're not dependent, well, actually, this happens to all of us, the tax man. Two things you can't get away with, death and the tax man. Even on your deathbed, he's still going to try and tax you. So that is what I mean about financial freedom in TBC. You have more flexibility in TBC because you want to share that gift and not only concentrate on your family and friends, but go out to your community. There are, even in your own community, no matter which country you are in, you may not have a community, but you will have a village, or you will have a tribe, or you will have something else in that sense. And you want to share this to help lift them. Now, when this happens, this is a form of education as well as financial, the beginning of the journey of financial freedom for them. You are helping them to get out of the life that they're in, whether it's poverty line, whether it's increasing their financial wealth for the future, whether it's for just knowing the knowledge that they need this, they don't know this, but you're going to help them to see the bigger picture about TBC. Now, the journey for you and me about TBC and financial freedom is, me, I already know that I am already free of my financial freedom. I'm on my journey with being financially free. So that is where I am today. I can see like-minded people and people that when I go out into the community, I sit there and I watch people, and then I can see that the look on their face, their whole demeanor is like they need this. To turn their life around, I go up to somebody and I say, how are you doing? You know, what you're doing is you're starting a conversation. And when you start a conversation, it leads to another conversation. And what you're slowly doing is you're building. You're gathering information about them, where they are at today. And within that conversation, in the next 5 or 10 minutes, if you talk that long, you already know which way they're going. Now, I've had many conversations with many young people. I had one last night. And within the first, well, it wasn't 5 minutes, it was 3. I picked up straight away her knowledge on cryptocurrency, which is what the TBC coin is. It's a crypto coin of description, a better word to think about it, which means it will never get to the stock market or any exchange. Now, she was severely interested in the TBC coin, but she just couldn't let go of where she was today. She wants to be financially free. She wants to share what knowledge I have with the TBC coin. She actually wants the TBC coin, but in her mind, it can't pay the bills today. It can't pay the bills next week. So the challenge is, and really, is it a challenge to give a gift away? No, it's no challenge whatsoever. But just with TBC, the not so much a challenge, but the more you talk about the TBC and the more you focus on what their goals, what my goals are, you put a structure in place. So you know already which way you're going to go. Excuse me. So, in saying that, you have plans. Now, I know TBC has given us this beautiful gift. And with this beautiful gift, it is also quite scary out there. So you're building an economy, you're building a community, you're taking, for me, I'm going out of my comfort zone because I choose to do that, to go and help share the love. What is the love? The love is the abundance of TBC, the TBC coin. Because I cannot hold on to this knowledge to myself. No. This was a gift to me to give the gift to somebody else, to help lift them out of whatever state that they are in financially, whether they're on poverty line, whether they are on financial stress, whatever. Financial freedom comes in many, many forms. Most times it's financial freedom to somebody else means they're going to make money off me working for them. That's called greed. Financial freedom and abundance is me sharing this coin with as much people as I can who are on poverty line and help them build their life. That's financial freedom. And how do I help them build their life? Once I had given them the gift, then the rest is all about tutoring, guiding them, helping them, calling them in for group meetings, calling them in to, so there's going to be a lot of calling going on. There's going to be a lot of conferences going along. There's going to be a lot of telephone calls, a lot of texts, a lot of emails. But that's all about training. And that's what a good leader does. He helps himself. And in return, once I had given them all my knowledge on financial status, and I'm no accountant, but once I had helped them lift from where they were to what is possible, the comeback to me outweighs anything financially. That is what I mean by sharing the love. It's not about dollar terms for me. No. Because I didn't pay for this. I didn't seek it. I didn't ask for TBC. It was gifted to me. So I'm going to gift it to somebody else, whether they're like-minded or not, but preferably they're like-minded like me. I'm going to do as much as possible to help them build their financial freedom. And that's financial freedom in abundance, not financial freedom in greed. Because when you want to promote yourself, and there's different forms of promotion, but promote yourself in greed, no, that's not me. That can be anybody on the internet. So it comes down to, a lot of time you're on a journey. You have your goals, you have your structure that you've created yourself, and then you go forth. But in saying that, your structure is there to guide you. So as a leader, you're there, you've got guidance all the way through. Now, when it comes to financial freedom on the greed side, there's guidance, but there's more like you do this, you do that, you go here, you go there, and that's it. But with TBC, the Billion Coin, your guidance is there 24/7, no matter if my team leader is in the time difference, the country difference is asleep. I can just look up somebody else in another country, another team leader is wide awake, and she will answer my question. So in saying that, we do have anybody that we can turn to for guidance, for help, even for just to answer a question, 24/7. It may not be within our team, but within the TBC community. There is always somebody available. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't get help like that when I was working. But I can go to anybody in the TBC leadership and ask a question. And they will always give me the answer that I'm searching for. And that is what you call the friendship of the TBC community. This is the only community that I know of that we have created friends with people in different countries who speak different languages. But we all have the same goal: to lift humanity out of poverty. And that is our goal. So when it comes down to financial freedom, You have two choices, the greedy kind or the abundance kind. The greedy kind, it's all about you and you and you and you, or the abundance kind where you want to share the love. You want to help mankind. Knowledge about the coin, structure, because even the leaders need guidelines, skills to combine all of those together, and building the business or building your friendships. So when it comes down to financial freedom for me personally, I have built myself a wealth of friends. I know what's there in my TBC web wallet. I know what's there, but to me, that's just numbers. But the possibilities of building financial freedom for somebody else is a whole lot more important than building myself. I'd rather build somebody else than build myself because of what TBC, the billion coin, has given me. Now, a lot of new TBCians don't know what I'm talking about just yet, so they won't get it. And when I mean by get it, I mean they can't see the vision just yet. I call it the vision because the opportunities within the TBC community is huge. And really, when you think about it, we haven't even tapped the surface. We are just about at a 3 million membership. That is huge, because I don't know another system or another company or another organisation that has grown from nothing to nearly 3 million just by spreading the gift. Okay, it started in 2016. It's only 2 years old. I mean, corporate businesses have gone for years and years, and some of them go bust. This one has only gone for just turned 2 years old, and we're still building and building. I don't know what the total number of, mankind is on the earth. I don't know it just yet. But just to share this gift to 1 billion people is an easy ask. It really is, if you think about it. Because if every person shared this gift in the community, in the membership, if they shared it with 100 friends, and we all have hundreds, at least 100 friends or family, we all have that at least, even in the villages. If they just share it, then we would reach our 1 billion people in a matter of weeks. And then in saying that, they have just taken themselves out of what poverty line they are in to, a level that's 100 times humongous, for a better word. But there is so much wealth that is there right now with the 1 billion coin. We could build friendships, we could build business connections. We've got the knowledge. Those that are where we are at today, we already got the knowledge, we've got the skills, we've got the talents. Everybody's got their own personal confidence, but we have got the resources around us to take this to that level. The blog is our information center. That is our go-to place, besides our leaders. That is where the information is. That is also our guideline, because we are also told you can do this, but you can't do that. So when it comes to financial freedom, I mean, that's a given. There are different forms of financial freedom. Yes, I understand that. There's the corporate world, and that's a greedy world, because they are governed by a whole lot of structures, a whole lot of governments, a whole lot of taxes, a whole lot of banks. It's unbelievable. TBC Coin has offered us a gift to not be governed. There is no government. There's admin. We don't have a government. We don't have taxes. We don't have banks as such. We have the web wallet. But everybody has the web wallet. We have guidelines, and we all know what the guideline is. We all know what the penalty of breaking the membership agreement. One of the very first things you learn when you sign up. And we all know what could happen if we break that membership. We pretty much go back to poverty line. But why would you do that? Why would you do that when this gift is your gift of financial freedom? So we have, we have a lot to learn. There's many different versions of what does financial freedom mean to you. There's my version, which is just an overview on financial freedom. And if you go on Google, you will find the list goes on and on and on what financial freedom is. And really, when you see it, they're talking about financial self-promotion, which is really another form of greed, because you're helping to build that person up or that company up. But with TBC, sharing the abundance, it means what you're trying to do is you're trying to plant the seeds so you can, and the seeds is the gift, and you're trying to watch it multiply. That is what you're trying to do. You're multiplying the gift. So by doing that, you can watch the abundance grow. And that is financial freedom. Because when you watch the abundance grow, everybody has went from nothing to something right in front of your eyes. And that feeling, well, it's a really nice feeling. It's a nice feeling when you've helped somebody to take that first step of financial freedom for them. The rest is about guidance. The rest is about being there for them. The rest is about them giving it all their best. So when it comes to financial freedom, this is my overview on it. This is my take on what it means to financial freedom for me and for anybody that wants to take TBC to the next level. And when I mean next level, I mean, hey, just sign up. That's all you have to do. And that's your first step to financial freedom. you've received the gift, sign up, and then that in itself is your first gift to financial freedom. I know there are a lot of people out there in TBC land that will not share the gift of abundance, but there are more people who will, because they can see where the TBC coin, they've already caught the vision. They already know what they're going to do. And I've probably talked too much on the subject, but they're already going to replicate what they've just received, because they know they want to help build many to get them out of financial freedom. So, okay, I know I've gone over my time. I know I'm talking too long, but when it comes to financial freedom, like I said, you've got the corporate businesses world of being financial freedom, and you've got the TBC world. One is greedy and one is abundance. And I know which one I'm going to follow. So thank you, because I think the next person is coming on. But if you haven't already, do so. Sign up to TBC, and thank you very much for joining me. Sharon Weller out.